positive psychology is not about hugging and kissing and making everything like a fairy tale. Positive psychology is about putting an emphasis on the things that make life worth living. It's about finding your strengths and really honing in on them and doing little things to improve your life to make sure that you feel more fulfilled. This is going to make me sound super old. About 10 years ago, I branded my style of HR as hippie HR. I'll link my website below. If you head over there, you can see a full explanation of what hippie HR means and how I practice it at work and all this stuff. What I didn't realize 10 years ago is that what I was actually practicing was positive psychology. And it goes so much deeper than just what I was doing at work. These are a few easy things that you can implement at home and at work to start your positive psychology journey. First and foremost, practicing gratitude. Oftentimes we're so busy in our lives that we just go from thing to thing to thing and we don't slow down enough to say thank you to the people around us that are helping us. And it can be something as silly as you and your partner do the dishes together, say thank you. Yes, it's a normal part of living together. Yes, you're going to always have to do dishes, but it doesn't hurt you to stop for 4 seconds and acknowledge, hey, thanks for doing dishes with me. At work, the simplest way is, hey, thanks for calling me. Thanks for responding to my email. Thank you for sending your message. Thank you for making me aware of this. Aside from saying thank you to other people, you also need to show gratitude for simple things in your life and for yourself. That means having appreciation for the things that you have around you. And I know that that one can be particularly hard, especially if you're struggling right now, but everyone has something. And it might be as simple as, you know what, I was able to get up today and brush my teeth. I'm going to appreciate myself that I took that effort. Sometimes that's all we can manage, and that's okay. Appreciate the moment and appreciate that you did that for yourself today. You should be saying thank you to yourself for doing things today to make tomorrow easier for you. Expressing gratitude naturally makes you a more positive person. Now, the trick with this one is you're expressing gratitude. You need to make sure that you don't expect it in return. Sometimes you're going to say thank you. Sometimes you're going to show appreciation and it's going to land flat. The point isn't to get something to sound very much like hippie HR. The point is to put positivity out into the world, especially the world that's immediately around you. The next step is living a strength-based life. And what that means is you need to identify what you're good at. There are a ton of assessments online that help you find your strengths and weaknesses and all that kind of stuff. So you should do a little bit of research, but my personal favorite is Strength Finders. Strength Finders is personality-based and it helps you do a lot of introspection. Strength Finders is personality based and it helps you do a lot of introspection. I hope that you work in an organization that already has this. If you're leading teams or you're an employee, finding your strengths at your job and making sure that those are played to and making sure that you're on the right seat on the bus. If you put somebody in sales and IT, is that really going to work out? No, of course not. So why would you get mad at them for it? So being able to talk to leadership, being able to talk to employees about what are your strengths, how do we identify that? How do we make a marriage work with your strengths and the needs of the business? I would say if your organization does not have a strength-based approach to its learning and development, you should recommend it. This one's going to sound really cheesy, but it works. Positive affirmations. Are you speaking kindly to yourself? Are you telling yourself good job? Are you telling yourself that you can handle whatever the situation is? Are you telling yourself that you're going to make it and you will be okay? When I was younger, I used to write positive affirmations on my mirror so that I would see it every morning. Now, instead of having them on a mirror, I have them on a pegboard in a room that I'm in for probably 5 to 6 hours a day, so I see them all the time. Depending on what I need and what I have going on, if I need a pep talk for a presentation that I'm giving because I'm feeling a little nervous, if I decide to take like a fitness challenge or something, I will change out what those are. If you're getting started with positive affirmations, I would 100% recommend something physical that's readily available to you where you are most of the time. So that might be sticky notes that you handwrite, like what I do, positive affirmation calendars in a room that you're in, like your kitchen or your bathroom. And the reason for that is because you're going to see it whenever you go into those rooms. It's not something that you have to remember to do or touch or be part of. You don't have to pull it up on a website. It's just ready for you when you walk into that door. At first, it can feel a little weird and uncomfortable because part of the positive affirmation journey is actually saying these things out loud. You don't want to whisper it and you don't want to say it in your head. You want to like loudly say, I am going to kick ass at this presentation. So it is a little weird to talk to yourself in the mirror sometimes. It is a little weird if you're at home with other people and they're hearing you talk to yourself. But again, it's about that mental shift. So you start with the thank yous and the gratitude and the appreciation for others in the world around you and for yourself. And then you move into focusing on your strengths, the things that you are good at, the things that you are passionate about. And then you start talking to yourself about how you are capable and worthy and you deserve the good things that are going to come. And with all of those beautifully packaged together, what you should have at the end is a very positive, healthy environment that you've created for yourself. You have just created your own safe space. If you want to elevate that, make sure that your environment reflects who you are. So if you knew me years ago, my environment reflected who I was at the time, and I was a more is more kind of girl. So I had stuff everywhere. I thought everything matched and looked cool, but as I've gotten older and my mentality has shifted and I've needed a different approach to my life, I have simplified. Now when you come into my house, I'm somewhere between a hippie and a minimalist. I don't have a lot of things around me. I don't have a lot of clothes. I don't have a lot of shoes. And the things that are around me have some kind of story behind them. And just to talk about Marie Kondo a little bit, they also bring me joy. So I have little dinosaurs all throughout this room. So in this room that I work from, that I create from, are things that make me happy. Just to show you how serious I am about this, I have a little Jeff Goldblum. I have a lightsaber because I'm also a Star Wars nerd. So this room that I spend the most time in brings me joy. If you have a favorite movie, a favorite song, a favorite thing, I don't care how old you are, bring that into your environment somehow. Bring the things that make you happy into your life. Practicing positive psychology is not something that you ever just get done. It is genuinely a mentality shift, a lifestyle shift. The point is not to be happy all the time. The point is not to say life is perfect and beautiful all the time. The point is to bring intentional joy and actions into your life so that when the bad things do happen, when the stressors do come up, you're better able to manage it and your mental health doesn't suffer. I hope that these tips help you along your growth journey and it brings a little bit more joy into your life. I'll see you again next week.